The City Talk Podcast. Let's go.
Yes, sir. What it do?
What's
Another
happening?
one.
What's going on, family?
What's going on? What's going on?
How y'all brothers doing today, man?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Oh, I can't complain, man.
Yeah, I'm on my Debo. You know what I'm saying? Debo. Nah, but
flowing to the fullest. You know what I'm saying?
flowing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, man. I just wanna say this. We got how can I say it? Any accolade is a good accolade. We got 100 downloads on the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Right now,
Yes, sir.
baby.
Yes,
That's
sir.
how we do it. That's how we do it.
Definitely appreciate y'all, man.
That's what's up.
Appreciate
I
it.
keep tuning in because there's more to come. There's more to come.
Yes, sir.
Promise.
Yes,
More
sir.
to come.
Yeah.
But,
Give it up for that.
man,
That's
amazing.
huge. That's huge.
Amazing, man. Appreciate it. But let's get right to it, man. Cause I like what you were saying again. You know, yesterday when we had to talk, man. What's the subject gonna be?
Today's subject is manhood. To this degree, what defines a man? Does a man have a rite of passage to become a man? And overall, what should a man be? In today's society. Because I was talking to you on the phone, man, I had a reflection. I was like, man, this is kind of crazy, man. When I was growing up as a young man, I was surrounded by, bless you, sorry about that, bro.
Appreciate it.
I was surrounded by a whole lot of brothers, man, who ain't really had no man guidance. You know what I'm saying? We all did. For the most part, man, if it was a man present there, it wasn't really on a consistent basis to truly make a tremendous impact or us to gravitate towards the energy. So frequently, I was operating with brothers or surrounded with brothers, man, that was coming from single parent, single family homes, And I'm saying all that to say this, man, like when we was growing up, we thought it was cool, man, to have like a seed, and meaning like a child, and that would define manhood. You know what I'm saying? And it was so cool back then to just have a kid. This is high school, you know what I'm saying? You having brothers having kids out there at high school age, and and everybody was bragging about that then, but it was just mainly more so the status of that as I got older, realizing that was only a status to some people, which defined them as a man, but it's deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? Because I was lost in the sauce. But as I grew older, you know what? Let me slow down. Do you know how insane of an idea that was to be young and thinking that having a kid, defined you as a man? And for me as a child, man, I wanted a child, just to be a better dad than my dad was to me. You know what I'm saying? That represent being a man to me. But when I actually had a kid, I think at 23 years old, it was a whole lot deeper. It was a whole lot of things missing from that picture, like back in the day, that brothers ain't tell me about or prepare me about, or, just operating as a man. It's one thing to have a child, but to actually be a man to that child is a whole different ball game.
Yeah, it's a whole nother beast. Real talk.
So going back to what I was saying, so as I had a child, and throw this on y'all too, man. Coming from single family homes, the overall idea was, man, I didn't realize this, was that because many of us was raised by a woman, you know what I'm saying? Typically, we respond to things like a woman, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to being a man and being raised by a man, that's two totally different things. Now, I'm not knocking my sisters out there that's raising young men to be a man because a man is absent, but in its truest form, no disrespect, a woman can't really teach a man how to be a man. She can only teach a man how to be a man in the idea of what she believes a man should be. But it takes a man to raise a man. It's like a wolf training another wolf, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I wasn't hip to stuff like that. So as I grew up as a young brother, growing into a man, I had to identify all these characteristics inside me and began to develop, you know, I had to think more logically as opposed to emotionally. I had to operate with brothers that was operating the same way, that stood on principles. In regards to having a child, I don't know why the hell I said having a man, but having a child, oh snap. But you know what I'm saying, having a child, my perception on what a man was or supposed to be having a child, it just amplified everything that I was doing. So, you know, being able to stand on your own 2 feet, being able to provide, being able to operate with integrity and honor, you know, I wasn't hip to that when I was younger growing up, man. I just thought having a kid at the time was being a man. Like that was like your rite of passage. What's crazy is, man, in the younger days, having a kid, this is a teenager. Literally, I was a teenager. I think probably like 17, 18. Having a kid at that time for most young men during that time when I was growing up was like a rite of passage. But they don't tell you about all the things you got to do once you create life and bring life into this world, man. You got somebody looking up to you. So if you operating like a foul individual, you can't really claim to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Even though you a man, it takes more to me than a term. And just I'm trying to drop this off to y'all where it just makes sense. A man to me is it is beyond just being a man. It is mainly more so like what's that saying? Steel sharpens steel, and just operating as a man in its entirety, or whatever that is to you, but mainly more so whatever that is around the people around you. But just kind of like, I don't know. It's hard to explain, man. Can y'all brothers give me some? Do y'all know where I'm going with this, man? Is it anything that I'm saying making sense, or am I lost in the sauce?
All of it makes sense, man. All of it.
But it's mainly more so an idea of what a man should be based off of the principles that I operate. But I surround myself with brothers that operate with the same principles too. So that's crazy, man. It's really hard to explain, but it's so simple at the same time.
No, for sure. What you think define manhood for you, Malik?
I'm gonna be honest, man. With me being only 25,
what?
Yeah,
You that young?
Yeah, bro, chill.
What?
Chill, man. But kind of what you were saying too, Noob. I was raised by a single mom, and looked up to other figures to try to figure out what exactly is a man. So I'm saying that to say, like, with me being my age, honestly, I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yes, sir.
To be on some real stuff with y'all, man. I'm still trying to figure it out. I was definitely blessed with some real man in my life. I mean, of course, these two brothers sitting right next to me for one, but also growing up, my uncles, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Uncle Corey, shout out to my Uncle Travis, Uncle Fred.
Yes, sir.
All love y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all took me under y'all wing and brought me up to who I am today, you know what I'm saying? So, but just based off of the men that I've ran into, including like sport coaches and stuff like that too, I can add that in there too, because that's, I feel like, is where it taught me like the little small discipline, you know what I'm saying? And that matters though. I feel like, but based off of that, to me, a man means just simply standing on your word. So that means simply if you saying you gonna do something, do it. You know what I'm saying? That I think that's a huge one. You know what I'm saying? And
sure.
I'm sure people will have automatic respect for you if you do just one of those things, like, just that simple thing right there. And it just showing them and everybody around you, matter of fact, more so showing yourself again too, like that you're going to do exactly what you said. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to tell somebody no, but at least they know they're like, oh, well, he's not going to do it. Yeah. Other than you telling them like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do it, and then you don't. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one way to really be a man. And then just all around taking care of your responsibilities, man. I'm hearing your story, Noop, and how you was saying, like, as a youngin', y'all thought that, like, raising a child was going to make you or determine you being a man. You know what I'm saying? And that's mind blowing to me because honestly, I never looked at it like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie to you, I never did. But if that was the case, though, all of it has to be still returning to taking care of your responsibilities.
Man, hey.
You know what I'm saying? So whether if you had that child at 15, 16, whatever the case may be, long as you was there doing what you was got to do, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that his mom or her mom or, you know, your child's mom and the child is taken care of, hey, I salute to you. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Man, you know what's crazy, man, going back on those childhood days, man, is that the brothers was like, yeah, man, I got a shorty, man, yeah. As time went by, man, you know, it's like watching a movie, man. Many of those brothers, man, still, man, was addicted to the streets, man, wasn't really making no iconic moves, man, wasn't really building a legacy, man. And, you know, as a man, part of being a man, too, for me, man, is your legacy, man, what you leaving behind, man, onto the next generation, man, that you done created up into this world, you know what I'm saying? And for me, man, I don't want to leave no struggle behind for my family. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to make sure that they continue to level on up and eliminate as much stress as possible. Now, if they choose to move a certain way, you know what I'm saying? That ain't on me. You know what I'm saying? That's on them. But as long as I gave them the foundation, man, the flourish, you know what I'm saying? Then we A1 sauce. But going back in the day, man, you know, as I seen it, man, all I seen was brothers, man, having basically in a nutshell, it was kids having babies. Raising monsters, you know what I'm saying? I was breaking this down to real close brother of mine, man. I said, man, when you have a child, man, either you're going to be raising a demon or an angel. It's really mainly more so the energy that you put into them, man. So, you know, I done came in to catch who ready to assassinate they creators, you know what I'm saying? Because of the energy that was invested into them when they was growing up. So, you know, you can have a man there, but is a man, you know what I'm saying? Is that man or we can even stress woman, you know what I'm saying? Is that parent really a man or a woman, you know, operating around you, man? And then also, too, man, they say you are who you hang around, too. So, you know, it says, I'm going to just say it like this, too, you know. Back in the day, it says a whole lot about me, who I was surrounded by, but then also who I evolved past, man, and still had that same, you know, that same mentality, man. And, you know, I'm saying all that to say, man, you know, it's hey, man, that was a crazy ideology. You know what I'm saying? That shit was intense. But yeah. I'm sorry. You brought up one more idea, man, when you gave a shout out to your unks, man. Shout out to those unks, too. And, growing up, man, my great grandpa, like super, I'm talking about super cool, man. He was a go-getter, man. He was a straight businessman. Looking at how he raised his daughters, you know, my grandma, shout out to my grandma, because, you know, she had to play both roles, man. She had to be a woman and a man at the same time, you know. No disrespect to the G-Paw, man, but they ain't really hold it down in the man department as he should, you know. Because some men, you know, choose self as opposed to choosing a family, you know, but you know, love them to death, though. You know, everybody, you know, move accordingly. But I'm saying all that to say this. My great-granddad, man, he family first at his core, man. I remember going to the park with him, man, and, you know, when I ain't really, I grew up, you know, not really respecting men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't had no respect because most of the men that was around me at the time, man, was either soft, you know what I'm saying, beating on women, you know what I'm saying, doing drugs out here in the streets. You know, it was just real foul, you know what I'm saying? So the quality of brothers that I had a chance to be around, man, it just wasn't 100%. So I'm saying that to say this, man, my grandpa, man, used to do stuff like take us to the park. You know, I don't even know it, man. It's like I got this flashback in my mind. When you gave a shout out to the uncles, man, we talked about manhood. I thought about this steak that my grandpa used to cook on the stove, man. He used to take his nail, and it was a long nail on his pinky, man, just flip that steak over. I'm like, oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? And but he'd cook breakfast, man, them little bitty steaks, and I'm still hunting them steaks down, man, to this day, man. I can't even find them, but they had them in Jamaica, man. When we went, I'm like, oh, these fire right here, them great-grandpa steaks right there. But long story short, though, man, him taking us to the park and just, like, vibing with me and my sister. him cooking those breakfasts, you know, just vibing, him creating those environments in which like the family could come over and just, you know, just monitoring everything. But it was like a natural monitoring, man, where everything just came together, good vibes, energy, and everybody respected him as a man. Nobody disrespected him. It was all love, and all he had was love, you know, just helping people level up. So I'm saying all that to say this, man. I didn't realize, man, how part of his legacy end up transitioning to me. So, hey, I'm gonna say 95% of the time, man, part of his legacy was cooking that breakfast. You know what I'm saying? So, shoot, every Sunday, man, hey, I said 95% of the time, man, I'm cooking breakfast for my kids, man, and family, man, just to bring them together, man, so we can break bread together and just create those memories. You know what I'm saying? I'm up in the kitchen, man, whipping up the skills, man, just to get it all together so we can break bread, honestly. And you know what's crazy, man? My son came up the steps one day, and he was like, "Hey, I don't know, I was beat this day." He was like, "Yo, he went to his mom. He was like, yo, Pop's cooking breakfast today." She was like, no, he down today. He down." My son said, "Oh man," you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say this. It took her to tell me that, to realize how much of a tremendous impact that had on my family. You know what I'm saying? And when my son's friends come over, they like, "Oh man, we eating good today." You know what I'm saying? They walking up the steps, you know. So, but I'm saying that to say this, man, that whole system of me cooking breakfast, man, coming together, breaking bread, man, came from my great granddad. So, you know, I'm saying that to say this, man, as the men who I respected, you know, I absorbed some of their characteristics, absorb a part of their legacy, man, and then passing that on too. So, you know what I'm saying? What's that? Passing the torch as a man. You know what I'm saying? What torches are you being handed, and what torches are you passing down to the next generations, man? And then on top of that too, in regards to manhood too, man. Really digging deep, man, and then destroying, man, all those demons that was passed down to me. So, you know what I'm saying? As I pass this torch to my little man, he ain't gonna have to fight all of that. All my daughters, you know what I'm saying? So, but you know what's crazy too, man? It ain't no manual on this thing what we call manhood, man. But what's crazy is real men, man, recognize real men, and that's crazy because it ain't no, oh yeah, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, oh you gotta do this. Somehow it all just works out, man. And when you, it was this, I don't know, it was on social media, man. I don't know what I was scrolling by, but this brother was saying, like, man, he's like, man, hey, a man should be peaceful. A man should be dangerous. A man should be calm, you know, but what really defines a man is that he operates within chaos, but still maintains his peace. I'm like, damn, that's kind of deep, man. You know what I'm saying? So being ready to attack, but at the same time, you cool, you chill, you humble, you embrace. And I notice, man, I surround myself with individuals like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all like we all beasts, but at the same time, we all cool, we chill, we peaceful. You know what I'm saying? It's good energy, man. It's love out here. You know, none of that. It's no way. It's no cookie cut way to obtain that level of manhood. It's just like when you there, you know you're there, and you can recognize other brothers as there. And then also too, as Brother Bo said, man, it's always an evolving process too. You know what I'm saying? Because he said he's still working on it. To be straightforward with you, man, I'm 36 and I'm still working on that. You know what I'm saying? So manhood is an evolving process, man. But the most part of it, man, is for me, man, you know, recognizing your flaws, recognizing your strengths. You know what I'm saying? Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Even what's that? I was on the phone with him. I was like, yo, on the phone with T. I was like, yo, hey, cuz, man, hey, man, I've been snapping a day. You know what I'm saying? Just going ham, eggs, and cheese back to back to back to back. You know, and you know, I just kind of chunked it up like, yo, this is what a man's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? This is easy. You know what I'm saying? This is lightweight. You know, you just do it. You just make it happen. As a man, you're supposed to make it happen. And guess what? It's always a way to fix something. It's always a way to do something. You just got to, you know, one, you can't be afraid to be vulnerable, but then two, you can't be afraid to try. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yeah.
That's true.
That's a fact, man.
I say this though, just to kind of go back, when you were saying like you thinking what makes you a man is having a baby, right? And it was crazy because we all kind of felt that way in a sense because us coming up in the single parent household, you know what I'm saying, we looking to be, and that I think it started there, us wanting to be better men. for our
Man.
kids.
Man.
Not that we needed a baby at that time. It wasn't that. It was just like, I know what I'm not gonna do. And you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, okay, I'm gonna be there regardless of the, the situation. Nobody ain't finna stop me from that,
Man.
So it's just like, because everybody thought that, but it's like you really don't know what you're ready for until it's time too.
Man.
So, and a kid is a whole nother, that's a whole nother beast, you know what I'm saying? But I think that takes a different, time in your life to even, handle that and approach that, because at 15, I knew I wasn't ready for no baby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but, at the end of the day, like you said, like I would have did what I had to do, Especially like with mama, she wasn't letting me just be no lame, you know what I'm saying, not take care of this baby or whatever. But it's like, when you look at it, man, it's like it is different phases when it comes to manhood. Because even when you're a boy, you looking, like you said, like your uncle, your grandpa, you looking for those figures, you know what I'm saying, those father figures or manhood figures to kind of help you along the way. So you looking up to them like, hey, dang, I want to make breakfast just like my grandpa. I want to, go to the park or whatever it may be. That's when you're, at that boy age and you paying attention to everything that's going on. Like, okay, let me go get some of that energy and just be around that. And I think that kind of helped mold you into where, you become into your manhood. What, what's familiar to you, what's safe for you, what's, what's hard for you. Because you learn all those lessons when you're younger. Because, like, even when you get older, like, just say, for instance, when you get older, it's a time in your life, like you say, like, when you 18 or 19, whatever, those times where you gotta work hard, regardless of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you're trying to figure out who you are by showing up, getting to work, getting it done. Because, like, just be honest. Like, in those moments, you just a regular guy being up. Then it's like it's a phase where you finna become, and we just talk about the relationship side. You finna become a boyfriend now to your lady. That's a different phase from being a boyfriend and a husband. It's totally different. Now it's like it's two different phases. And even with that, now you finna have a baby with this person that you mating with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a fatherhood bond, family, and you still gotta create that manhood within that, because you still growing as you're growing within your life. And you gotta keep that manhood going regardless of what's going on. And it's kind of hard because it's like it's just different phases of everything, and you kind of got to know, like you said, around more so people who you hang around with, whoever you hang around with, if they're gonna sharpen it. Like, it's just like if somebody say they come around you and be like, "Man, I'm in love." Man, you in love for what, bruh? Like, no, we need you need the real people around you. Like, oh, okay, that's what's up, man. How you? And they gonna respect what you respect, And it's like you need people around you to just be like, hey, man, this is what you should do, blah, 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 blah. They ain't gonna lead you wrong, especially if you say this person love you, blah, blah, blah. It's just the manhood that you need around you to keep you uplifting and keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Because some people will lead you wrong and be like, and they'll know the woman is good for you, but don't want you to have it. You know what I'm saying? They know the people that's in your life is good for you. They still don't want you to have it. So you gotta still be, around certain people that you know that's gonna be out for your best interest.
Man, take some of this badness, man. You look better with it, man. Take some of this hate, man. You look better with it, man. That's crazy, man.
It's real, So it's like you have some people that's like that and want you to be down there with them forever. Don't want you to be in love. Don't want you to be happy. Don't want you to have a good job. Don't want you to have none of that. And
that sound like they stealing your energy.
That's exactly what they doing.
I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just different, because manhood is, it explained just through your lifestyle in itself. You just gotta take it day by day and be around certain people, and it's tough, but it's worth it.
Hey, yo, look, man, when you broke it down, man, in regards to the girlfriend and then marriage, man, look, I'm gonna throw this out there, man. Transitioning from a girlfriend, boyfriend, I ain't gonna even lie to you. We wasn't really around each other all the time like that at a girlfriend, boyfriend stage. But then once we did, you know what I'm saying, we evolved, we got married. But I'm saying that to say this. It's no hardcore commitment in regards to looking at your partner in the face when it's a girlfriend, boyfriend. And I'm saying that to say this, once you transition over to marriage, man, can you imagine, man, just you are committing to stare that person in the face, all their flaws, all their insecurities, et cetera, for a lifetime until you die. And it's like looking in the mirror, man. You know what I'm saying? That's vice versa. So I'm saying that to say this, man. As a partner, man, and as my partner, you know what I'm saying? We check each other on our flaws, you know what I'm saying, and build each other up. You know, and I'm gonna say like this, you know, part of being a man too, man, is taking accountability, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. When she bring it to the table, flaw or
no running.
You know what I'm saying? You know, be man enough to face that and, you know, evolve past that. And you know what's crazy is, man, as time goes by, man, you know, we becoming more and more like one. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. I be thinking the same thought sometimes. I don't even be trying to. I'm like, yeah, I was just thinking that. That's a good idea. But I'm saying all that to say this, man, just accountability and being man enough to work on it. That's it.
No, facts, man. I want to share this with y'all real quick. Take y'all to church real quick. Me and my brother was just talking about this verse. It's Proverbs chapter 27, verse 6. So in that verse, it says, faithful are wounded of friends, but kisses of an enemy are deceitful. So kind of like what that verse mean to me is that kind of like what you were saying about you and your wife, Noop, and just like real friends and being accountable and being like, you know, picking out each other's flaws. People who like in your life is they intentions are going to be always pure if they love you and they faithful to you and to God and all that stuff, right? So with that being said, it's going to be our close friends that sometimes hurt us, you know what I'm saying, which sometimes it's going to be them wounds, you know what I'm saying, but then again, too, an enemy is going to make everything like makeup, you know what I'm saying, and not really for the best. So just even like what you were saying too, T, an enemy can be like, oh, no, bro, she ain't for you. But a real one gonna know, like, hey, bro, she ain't for you, bro. Or, you know, he ain't for you or whatever the case may be. And they gonna see that based off of you, knowing you know what I'm saying, understanding you as a friend. And then again, too, like you said, Noob, you got to be accountable and understand, like, wait a minute, bro. Like, is this man tripping? Is they tripping? Is they, you know, what's going on? Why you saying that, you know? But then again, a real friend is gonna really just understand you and know you. So I just wanted to drop that on y'all because we were just talking about that yesterday. So it's funny that we brought this up too.
No, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes a real friend not even hurt you, but it'll hurt what they say only because they picking out your flaws to make you better. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? And they want to see you be better.
You need it because I feel like kind of like what we've been talking about, like family is the ones that's going to do it to you first. So when people outside, you be like, bro, this ain't nothing.
No, facts.
I've been through this. I've been through the mud already.
Facts.
And like you said, the outside is the makeup. Like, oh man, y'all just making me look good. Thank you.
That's it, man.
You know,
I think that's a huge part of being a man too, as well. Too, is just knowing how to take criticism. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't do that. Everybody kind of like fall to the ground every time. You know what I'm saying? And they want yes mans around them, and they want people that just tell them this and tell them that what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So you must feel that, new.
Yeah, the yes man gave me the shivers, man.
No, for sure. But I mean, am I saying facts though? Because like that's
real,
that's just
man.
what it'd be. You know what I'm saying?
Real.
So if you ain't around, like again, too, what you were saying, T, around those right people, man, that will literally build you up, bro, from nothing. You know what I'm saying? And keep building you up. You know what I'm saying? To help them build themselves up, and you know what I'm saying? That's the whole iron sharpen iron. So I think to be a man, you gotta know to be like get checked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you gotta be able to get checked to be corrected. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
That's why I just said stop running.
Absolutely.
Stop running, man.
facts.
Like
Absolutely.
whatever it is, if it's dealing with your kids, yourself, your job, your lady, you know, whatever it is that you need to work on, do not run from it. Face it. I'm telling you, it will be better.
Yeah.
Stop running. And like you said, accountability. You know what I'm saying? Be accountable for what you're doing, because that's what's going to change your whole perspective of everything when you face it, because you know what? You're not running. When something come your way, a bill come your way, or anything. Like, just face it. I'm telling you, just stop running. It's gonna be better, because at the end of the day, if you keep showing up and working on it, it's gonna get better.
No, that's a fact.
Take it to the face. Yo,
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's why I laugh when he say shit. You gotta watch his.
I'm not taking nothing to the face.
Yeah, all right.
This is a face
All right,
rag.
dude. He said that, not us. Oh man.
yo, man. When you said yes, man, and I had the shivers, man, I'm like, oh snap. Okay, can you imagine, man, somebody following you around just saying yes, 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 yeah, yes. Yo, you want to do that? Yes.
We're talking
you
about a
got this?
female dog
Yes.
now, not no friend. You feel
Man,
me?
what you said, I didn't want to say that the hardcore word, man, but I'm like, that sound like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, yes. And then I just imagine myself responding, no,
Yeah.
no. Yeah, but you got to go. But yeah, long story short, man. Yeah, man, that's it. I just look, that was chuckling idea, man.
No, for sure.
Just check your manhood, man.
That's it.
You say check your manhood.
Check your manhood.
Respect your manhood.
Yep.
Respect your manhood. Check your manhood.
Man.
all
Just
that.
be accountable, man, and show up. So it's like, if you having those problems that we just talking about with your lady, your kids, or whatever it may be, your job, man, check yourself, and just be accountable for what you got going on, and stop running.
Yo, what you said right there. And throw this on y'all, man. Evaluate your legacy, man. As a man, approach that as a man. Truly evaluate it, man. What you leaving behind, man. Somebody asked me a question like, DeAndre, man, what you want people to remember you as, man, when you go? I'm like, to be honest with you, man, I don't even know. I'm just flowing, bro. So whatever your opinion is about me, man, I want you to share that to the world, man, because that's who I was to you. What type of things you leaving behind, what type of energy you leaving behind, and he was blown away out of the water with that. But saying all that to say this, man, how I'm evaluating my manhood right now is mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, and family, man, and then God too. You know what I'm saying? Those are all focus areas of what's truly, man, helping me define my manhood more and more. And as I said earlier, just like Bo, it's a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? And I'm, step at a time, every day, and facing it, just like Brother T said, man, because sometimes, man, it's going to be some adversity, man. Some adversity is just going to be so big, man, that could just knock you off. But you know what I'm saying? You just got to be man enough, man, to rise above it and just keep on going. You know what I'm saying? Keep on chasing it. Keep on trying to build, you know what I'm saying? Keep on getting it, long story short.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep on with the keep on.
Like, I love it, man. Like, I know some days, and just look at it too like this, man. Every day ain't gonna be the perfect day and ain't gonna be the best day. It's just all about how you approach it and, your attitude towards it. So you just gotta keep focused and stay on the mission, man. Don't forget the mission. And like you said, if you want to be here legacy-wise for your kids, yourself, it starts with you. Your health, all that. And you said spiritually, physically, financially, like all that. Like, you have to stay focused on that mission, and you can't forget the mission.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's anybody. But, more importantly, like, just the manhood itself, man, we just need more men to where we can sit down and say, hey, bro, I'm going through something, man. I need you, I need your help. Can you pray for me? Can you, whatever it is that it may be, we need that, because we missing a lot of that. And then the strong ones that's not, the people that's not around and we wish they was in our life, or stronger, or whatever the case may be, take a little bit from them and just use that and keep that going. And that's another thing too. Like, if you don't have that figure, or, that manhood, like, just look through your uncles or whoever it is and take that little bit out of that you do like, and, just go from there. Don't just shame them and, wish it was better, whatever it is, man, just take it. Observe what's going on around you and take that and put it, add it to your arsenal and just keep going. Don't let, what I'm saying? Like, don't let that be the defining moment for men ain't, this and I wish I had, everybody ain't perfect. They don't know, you know what I'm saying? They didn't know. They probably didn't have that same figure that you was looking for. So always look at it and just say, hey, let me just take that little bit and, and add it to me.
Man,
Go from there.
Man, you know what's crazy, man? I was having a conversation with my pops, man. Shout out to him, to the man who he evolved into today. You know, it's been a hell of a journey. But, he broke it down to me like this. We was just sitting down, chilling. He was like, yo, son, hey, yo, I'm sorry, man. I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know how to move. I just didn't have those skills I needed to make you flourish as a man, man.
Yeah.
So for the ones, man, that's critiquing and judging and basically getting disappointed by the ones that they look up to, you know what I'm saying? What's that? I'm gonna say it to you like this, man. This is shout out to David Goggins, man, for saying this one right here, man. He says, man, often your role models will let you down, man. So it's like, hey, and with that approach, man, don't look up to them, look at them, because you could do the same thing. Just take the good, and then also too realize, man, that everybody, you know what I'm saying, wasn't blessed enough to know how to move and what to do, et cetera, man. So that's it, man. That's it. When he said that to me, man, it blew me out the water, man, to this degree. I'm like, yo, I can't do nothing but respect that, man, because exploring his foundation, he really didn't know, so how could he give?
Yeah.
But he man enough, going back to that manhood, man enough to explore that, man, and find out, man, and build on where he at, you know what I'm saying? And then pass all the goodness, man, that he's still receiving, man, down to me. And I'm just taking it, man, throwing it to my son. And hey, I'm hoping my son, man, enough to give it to his son, daughter, whoever, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? To the next generation, man.
Oh, that's a fact, man. I want to add this too real quick. I think it's a huge part to being a man, a real man. It's just conquering, like y'all saying too, basically all your emotions.
Man,
you know what I'm
you
saying?
hit that on the head, man.
So, and I'm not saying, of course, being like the sad guy all the time, or you know what I'm saying, but knowing how to use these emotions as weapons. You know what I'm saying? And don't be afraid. You know what I'm saying? Basically, just don't be afraid of nothing. First off, but especially like your emotions, and don't let your emotions just kind of just run wild and do all of this crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just don't just let your emotions get you out of control, basically. But I think, like again too, I ain't never really been like no super emotional person, but it allowed me to become that when I seen my uncle cry. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, like, wait a minute, you like Superman to me. Like, wait a minute, you cry? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I ain't got to hold back my tears no more.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, when I see somebody like that I look up to, let them go, and then still feel better and still put the cape on and still go, you know what I'm saying? That's a real man to me, you know what I'm saying? But again, too, like I said, just knowing that, like, I ain't afraid to cry. I ain't afraid to do this. I ain't afraid to do that. I ain't afraid to get mad. I ain't afraid to get nothing. But you gonna feel it when I'm in that mode, and then I'm still gonna handle business on top of that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's why I just wanted to add that real quick.
Yo, man, I appreciate what you just said, man. I'm gonna throw this in there, man. Back in the day, man, as a man, it was weak to show emotions, man. You know, and that's how I was bred, man. Like, you got to chunk it up.
Right,
you better not cry. You know what I'm saying? You better go. You know, but I'm saying all that to say this, man. As I done got older, man, that's how that state of mind that I just presented, man. That's how a lot of brothers, man, get depressed, get lost. You know what I'm saying? Become less of who they is at the time, But it take a man, to display those emotions, man, and continue to grow. Brother Bo said something key, man. If you a man that's just crying all the time, man, pooping on yourself, man, got your pamper on, man, pamper falling down, once you begin to break down, bro, you gotta clean yourself up and keep on rolling, man. Keep rolling. And I thought that was powerful, man, what you just shared, man, and I appreciate that.
No, I appreciate y'all, man.
Look, go back to the pamper thing you just said. And I always say this: a lot of people are going through a lot of shit.
Yeah,
just don't let them smell it,
man.
For sure, that's a fact.
Keep, like you said, keep cleaning it up. Whatever you got to do, because it's like it's hard, man. So like just keep going, and it's gonna get better, man.
Yes, sir.
It's gonna get better. So yeah, that's that manhood, bro.
Like, this was a real good episode.
Oh my goodness.
Got tissue, my brother.
I got tissue. Nah, for sure, man.
Nah, it's needed, man. Like, at the end of the day, We just need more strong men.
Man, look, man, can y'all imagine this, man? Can y'all imagine if it was more men that operated like men in the community, man, and raising young brothers, man, to be men, man? You know, just embracing the world as a man, man. What type of men would it really be? Would it be more men or more cowards, man? You know what I'm saying?
Look,
No burner, man.
But again, we talking about people that run.
Yeah.
Everybody don't face a lot of things, so it's just gonna be that. That's just how it go, man. And I noticed that with a lot of stuff. Like I don't run from nothing, so it's just like I'm always, approach the situation like you said, man. It's just like I can't head first, like in a sense, like I'm at it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm at it. Like let's
because
go.
fear ain't real though, bro. That's the thing. Like it's not real. It's all in your head.
Yeah.
What you afraid of, man? Afraid of something that you thought of, something that you put together in your own head. Think about sometimes when you actually got scared.
Yeah.
Right? It was a situation, right, that you didn't know that you could conquer or not, because the situation is the fact, right? The situation is the fact in that matter, right?
Yeah.
Can't change that, right?
Right.
But you thought about the situation. What if you did this? What if you did that? Mind you, you didn't do these things. But you looking at worst case scenario, and sometimes I get it, you know what I'm saying? You try to be prepared for the worst or whatever case may be. But mind you, you just added fear into your head without other than just going towards the situation, and it ain't even that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just want to say too, like, bro, fear ain't even real, bro. So like you said too, T, bro, stop running away from situations and just be the better person. Because I promise you, it's gonna be a huge weight off your back every single time. Never gonna feel it.
If you start running, nobody can ever approach you with no bull either.
Easy, man.
But they know you ain't on that bull.
Easy.
That's just how it go. Anything left to say, cuz? That's.
I think that's a wrap.
That's
man.
it, man.
Wrap,
appreciate y'all, man.
I appreciate y'all.
Episode 10.
Episode 10.
That's how we do it, man.
Episode 10. What the hell?
That wasn't a joke. That wasn't a joke.
Definitely wasn't a joke.
You are now listening to
The City
Talk.
Podcast.
Let's go.